What's up, everybody? This is Ken Carabello, just checking in with another video. I know it's been a while, but there's just been a lot going on for me. I've had to move to a new apartment. I've had a lot of tech stuff going on. As you know, I just converted recently converted PayID.cloud to JetPay. So there's been a lot of technical stuff happening on my end. And I really wanted to wait until I was able to focus on a topic properly before I try to make a YouTube video on it. Then lastly, there has been a lot of drama happening in the XRP space. And I just wanted to wait and see what was happening. Everybody got hit with the left hook when on December 22nd, the former head of the SEC announced this crazy news that we all got taken by surprise with about the SEC filing suit against Ripple, XRP, Brad Garlinghouse, and Chris Larson. So, who would have expected that? And then I've just been watching things unfold. I've known what I wanted to say, but I've just been kind of waiting to see what happened for a few days and to be sure that my suspicions were correct. And really, I feel like they are. So I just wanted to weigh in just a bit and just say a couple of words to reassure you that you made the right choice by investing in XRP. And really, I just think you should just zoom out. Look at the bigger picture. Look at what Ripple is, what Ripple has done. And, I'm going to say a couple of things and present an argument that really makes the case that you could look at other situations throughout history where similar things have happened. It's human nature. When you've got something that the other kids don't have in the sandbox, what are they going to do? They're going to hate on you, pretty much. Human sentiment and human condition dictates a lot of what people do on the stock market. Greed, that's a big one. When Richard Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard in the 1970s, what was it about? It was about enabling the Treasury to print money. Straight up greed. And the 1%ers that control the money, hit the jackpot. When Ronald Reagan signed the deregulation bill into law, he said on the White House lawn, quite frankly, I think we've hit the jackpot. What happened after that? The savings and loan crisis. It's all about money, to the point where people's eyes get so big with these dollar signs that the well-being of greater humanity takes a back seat. Look all over the world. Look at oil companies. Global warming, what's that? I saw a documentary where the head of one of these petroleum companies sat and looked straight at the camera and is like, I don't know anything about global warming. As far as I know, that's a myth. If you look at what happened in the 2008 financial crisis, banks were too big to fail. They come begging for this $700 billion. And what did they do? They took bonuses with it. It's all about money. And I think Ripple threatens a lot of people's money machine. And the people whose money machine is threatened by Ripple have a lot of power. And I've said in other videos, the 1%ers control what goes on with money globally. And it's bad enough that SWIFT is getting replaced by Ripple, where you wanted to send money from the United States to a family member who might be at university in some other country. It probably would cost you $50 a pop on the typical transaction, over and over and over again, $50, to the point where if you sent your daughter $500 and she was in England, it cost you 10% when all was said and done. Now XRP comes along with on-demand liquidity and threatens to reduce that $50 down to pennies or less. And, people who were benefiting from the structure that was in place don't like that too tough. I've said it before. And this is why this thing has been held up in the United States to begin with. And that's really a sad state of affairs when the rest of the world is steaming forward and the United States can't make a decision because the people who are in the power positions to make these decisions finalized are hung up on greed or have constituents who they have to please because in order to keep their political office. So they bury the issue and they make it so that, it can't get voted on or can't get decided on because the people who they represent want it that way. We all know this is the way things are, but what happens is the media sensationalizes things. And they come with these headlines, and it makes you mad, especially if you're someone who holds XRP and you read these headlines. It almost sounds like the guy who wrote the headline wants you to go broke. You're like, what is this guy's problem? It sounds like, XRP down 60% in 3 days, wipes out all of its gain. You know what I mean? Like, geez, you want to email a guy like, what is your problem, bro? I mean, you don't even want to say anything good about Ripple? Well, look, I'm on Ripple's website right now. They're not going anywhere. They've been doing this thing for years and years and years. They've got it to the point where all kinds of banks and payment providers all over the world are using their service. And naturally, there are some people whose positions they are disturbing and displacing. And sure, there are lots of companies and banks that would like to see Ripple have a rough go of it. But Brad Garlinghouse, I believe, along with Chris Larson, are confident that this lawsuit is garbage. So they're going to fight it. And we're sitting here like, oh, come on. We look at the charts every day. Bitcoin has had this huge parabolic move over the holidays, and XRP is just sitting there at like 22 cents, 23 cents, 22 cents. It's tough. It's a bitter pill. But I just say to the XRP community, just zoom out, look at the bigger picture, look at all that Ripple has done, all that's on the horizon, all the things that are set up, and then consider like the real facts, which is XRP most likely will become the bridge currency for all the central bank digital currencies throughout the world. And depending on what they do to it legislatively, we might all be banks, everybody who holds XRP. We've got the Flare thing. People are talking about, they knew this was coming and they knew XRP was going to get wiped out. That's why Flare was a give back. I don't believe that. XRP is not getting wiped out. XRP is not going anywhere. Flare is not some kind of like consolation prize because they knew they were going to get obliterated. Not at all. Okay? Timing wise, here comes Flare, and then right after it, here comes this SEC suit. Look, conspiracy theories spun well can have you thinking all kinds of crazy things. All right? Flare isn't even really fully operational yet. Shout to Mickey B. Fresh because his page in particular and his mission right now is really to educate people on Flare and what it can do. And it's thanks to people like him that I have really kind of rolled up my sleeves and taken a closer look at Flare networks. And I think that there are some promising things on the horizon. I'm not the expert on it, but I know this much. I know Flare will enable you to write smart contracts that utilize XRP on the Ethereum network. Ripple is amazing enough. Imagine being able to implement smart contracts with Ripple. And that's where Flare comes in. So I'm not going to go into all of the details about Flare because I'm not prepared to do that. What I'm going to do about Flare in this video is a two-part video. One is just zoom out. Okay? That's what I recommend. Zoom out, look at the bigger picture, know what you hold. XRP and on-demand liquidity are an amazing innovation in moving money. The way on-demand liquidity works is you buy XRP with the money you're sending, and you sell XRP for the money you want to sell into. And you can do it in seconds, and it's very, very cheap to do. And the team at Ripple have spent years setting this up. And basically all of Ripple's services amount to this on-demand liquidity thing. And they basically thought of something nobody else thought of. And I think that there's some basic sandbox petty jealousy going on. And there's some greed going on. Like people who, big banking cartels are like, well, wait a minute. What about my money? What about the fact that I've been making bazillions off the masses for all these years? I'm threatened now. That's a problem. And these people have a lot of juice, a lot of sway, and they can basically slow things down, which is precisely what they've done. But if you just look at the way the whole SEC thing, Jay Clayton puts in a suit and then leaves office the next day. But the good news is the person who has replaced him, at least temporarily, is pro-crypto. And there's a whole bunch, like I said, there's other people who cover that in depth to the point where I can tell you, basically, I'm going to take all of that information and digest it for you and give it to you really simple. XRP is not going anywhere. And if you believe the hype and sell out in a panic, you're making a mistake. Again, that's not financial advice. That's my own personal opinion and my own recommendation to you. So don't buy into the media hype. Step back, look at the bigger picture. Look at all of the developments that have happened in the 3 or 4 years that you've held XRP or longer in some cases, and just be confident that you made the right decision. All right, now, I want to talk about making sure that when you claimed your Spark tokens, you can verify it properly. And the way to do that is like this. Go to XRP scan and type in your crypto wallet where you hold your XRP tokens or held them. If you had them on an exchange, you don't have to do this. For your exchange wallets, whether it's Coinbase or wherever you had your tokens on that participating exchange, they're going to do all of this for you. But in some cases, like I believe this one, I don't remember the wallet, but I have a JetPay associated with this. So with this wallet, KenSwipeJetPay.cloud, those 24 tokens were eligible for 25.172 Flare. However, they were sitting in a Trust wallet, and Trust is not participating in the airdrop. So I will never get those Spark tokens, I don't think. If anybody knows otherwise, please comment and correct me. But as far as I know, since those 25 XRP were in a Trust wallet and Trust was not participating, I can't get my Flare drop, okay, for those 25 tokens. You see where it says set message key right here? You can't set the message key because when you go to sign the transaction on XRP Toolkit, you can't sign because it's coming from Trust. But what I wanted to show is if you want to verify that you have properly set up your Flare address, all right, when you go to XRP scan and you type in a wallet on a device or a platform that was participating in the Flare drop, right, like this one here for me, you get something that looks like this. You get the wallet, you get the balance. And this was not necessarily the balance at the time. As you can see that this at the time of this Flare drop, this wallet only had 20 XRP in it. Okay, Spark claim. At the time of the snapshot, that's all that was there. And then that translates to 20.176 Flare. But you see this right here, this Flare address and this Flare icon right here. That's what you should see on XRP scan for any XRP wallet that you have set up to claim your Spark tokens. If you don't see that, you're not ready yet. Okay, so yeah, maybe you had your XRP sitting where it need to be sitting for the snapshot, right? But you need to claim properly. And I'll put a link to how to do that. There was something that I want to clear up. Like I had some XRP sitting on a hardware wallet. I was like, I'm only going to move a certain amount to an exchange to participate in the snapshot because like a lot of other people, you know, I was of the mind that, listen, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. I'm not going to take all of the XRP that I've been accumulating over the years, throw it on an exchange. And what if it's a bamboozle? Who knows? You know what I mean? So I just did some of it. For that XRP that I put on the exchange will handle it. But there was a whole remaining portion of XRP that I kept on the hardware wallet. Well, as it turns out, that XRP in the hardware wallet got photographed as well. Okay, so if you had a Ledger Nano, for example, and you had XRP on the Ledger Nano, don't think that you can't get your Spark tokens for that XRP that you had sitting on that Ledger Nano. You can, okay? If you know, because as it turns out, Ledger was participating in the Spark token drop. And that being the case, there's just a few things you need to do to be able to claim those tokens. So as it turns out, I only took like a certain amount of my tokens and put it on an exchange. I took like 25% of my holdings and put it on an exchange and okay, fine. Then as it turns out later on, I did a little bit more research and I went and that other 75% of my XRP holdings was sitting on a hardware wallet. And I was able to get all of that stuff claimed for Spark as well. And every one of those wallets that I type in, this is what I get. I get my Flare address and I get my Flare icon, so I know I'm good to go. All right, I'll put a link to how to do that. Maybe I'll make another video on how to do that. But one way or another, you should check your XRP addresses on XRP scan. And now that the Spark airdrop the snapshot has been taken and people have been setting up their Flare addresses, this is what you should see if you set up your Flare address properly. Okay, so this video was about two things. One was zoom out, look at the bigger picture, and realize, in my view, you made the right decision participating in XRP, buying XRP, and hodling XRP. And the only thing that stinks is, like I've said before, we're just going to have to wait until the bigger players in the space get things sorted in such a way where the incumbent money people who have been raping the masses dry for like decades and decades feel comfortable about their new digs, their new hotel room in the financial strata. You know what I mean? The incumbent banking people are not comfortable with where they stand. They don't want to get phased out. They see Ripple, XRP, and ODL as a mechanism that can eclipse, phase out, and destroy everything that they've built and have been sitting on money-wise since the Federal Reserve got created. And like I said, they got so many zillions of dollars that that's not going to happen until they are set up themselves. Even if it means breaking the price of XRP down to 10 cents when the big money boys are like, oh, I get it now. So in other words, if you don't have a zillion XRP, you're left out of the race. Well, let me do something to break it down to 10 cents so I can get most of it. This is what goes on, man. Like I said, once you step back and you look at the bigger picture, it looks like it's just a delay tactic. They're just trying to delay things until they can set themselves up to benefit and maximize off of what's probably going to happen with XRP really soon. So, hold the fort. Don't panic. Okay? This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just wanted to do my share for the XRP community, say some positive things about this great technology and this great crypto token. And then just wanted to show, I've seen people do show you how to create your Flare address, but I haven't seen much information that says, hey, when you've done it right, this is what you should see. So I just wanted to make a contribution by showing you what you should look like on XRP Scan when you've set up your Flare address properly. And that's it. Those two things. Guys, keep your eye on the bigger picture. Don't get so close to the forest you can't see the trees. All right? This is Ken from JetPay. You can follow us on Twitter at JetPayXRP. And we're also on Facebook, also at JetPayXRP. This is our Facebook page. I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook. Really, I just use it as a bulletin to basically maybe throw up a couple of new things that we've done and send people over to Twitter because that's where the action is with the XRP community. Okay, so Ken Carabello saying peace. Thanks for checking the video. If you like the content, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, everybody.